He doesn't have great footwork or upper body movement, and he doesn't move too good on angles. To meet a fighter like myself, who does have good footwork, does have good lateral movement, and can move on angles, that equals disaster. With me being knowledgeable about boxing and heavyweight boxing, I study it, and I have done for many, many years. I understand how I have to beat these guys. To beat someone with those attributes, it would be hard, but someone of my ability can move, box, and twist, and all I would have to do is make him miss a bit. As we saw against Vladimir, he blew a gasket trying to land his punches. You just have to go back to Ali and Foreman, the big puncher against the mover. I think boxing, especially heavyweight, is a chess match, more of a brains match rather than who is the strongest or quickest. Those are the words of the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury, talking about a potential showdown with AJ, Anthony Joshua, how he would beat him, what Joshua's weaknesses are, how to approach the fight from a strategic point of view. Many people believe that what Tyson Fury just described in terms of his movement and slickness and Anthony Joshua's stiffness would be a style matchup in favor of Fury and that he would win. He just outboxed Anthony Joshua. And maybe he would. If you go back to the Olympics when Anthony Joshua fought a guy called Erislandy Savon, who was a relative of the great Felix Savon, one of the greatest amateurs to ever come out of Cuba. Erislandy Savon was a very slick fighter. Not very big in terms of his body mass. A hell of a lot smaller than Joshua, actually, but quite a tall guy. I think he must be around 6'4", 6'5", something like that. So he was tall. Didn't really hurt Joshua, but just using his slickness, he was able to give Joshua all kinds of problems. And many people, including myself, felt like Anthony Joshua actually lost that fight against Erislandy Savon. I think that was his first fight, correct me if I'm wrong, in the 2012 Olympics. And I always felt from then that Joshua might have trouble with a slick fighter. We move on to 2017, touching 2018 now. Anthony Joshua, if anything, is even more stiff now than he was when he was in the Olympics because he's piled on all this extra muscle. If you look at Anthony Joshua in his first 10 fights, look at the hand speed that he had back then. The mobility. Most of it is gone because he's piled on too much weight, too much muscle. That only plays into Tyson Fury's hands if and when they fight. But at the same time, Tyson Fury has got to try and get back down in weight himself. He's got to try and shed all this body fat and do so without losing strength and energy. And that's going to be very difficult to do. I'm not sure if he can do it. I'm sure he can lose the weight, but I don't know whether he can do it without losing a lot of strength and energy. It's going to be tough. And on top of all that, the ring rust. How many fights is he going to have before he gets in the ring with Anthony Joshua? You know, these are questions that will be answered, I guess, in the ring. But for now, let's speculate. Do you think Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua are going to fight? If they fight in 2018, let's say the back end of 2018 or early 2019, how do you see the fight going? Do you think Tyson Fury can regain the same form that beat Vladimir Klitschko? Maybe you think he can be better than the guy who beat Vladimir Klitschko. How do you feel about the whole situation? How do you feel about Joshua in terms of him being a bit stiff? Do you think it's going to matter in the Tyson Fury fight? Or will Joshua's extra physical strength that he may have, we don't know, because Tyson Fury is very physically strong himself. Just because he's not ripped and muscular don't mean he's not strong. He's strong. You look at him on the inside against Vladimir, if anything, he looks stronger than Vladimir. So, and to be fair, when Joshua imposed himself on Vladimir, he looked stronger than Vladimir too. That has to be said. Actually, that's a question for you guys. Who do you think is the physically stronger, Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury? Let me know what you think about everything I've talked about in this video and the quote from Tyson Fury. All right, it's happening. I'm out.